Peace and love. Good morning, Hotep, all that good stuff. Welcome back to the channel. Where we're going to be doing a true trading pre-market video. Um, do me a favor if you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and help me to grow the channel. Um, Let me share this. All right, so let's get to it. What a weekend. We woke up this morning and the market is doing exactly what, if you've been following my pre-market videos, I've been pretty much telling you uh, to expect these moves. I must admit, I did not know or think that that we would pull back as much as we are. But the trend is our friend. The trend is bearish, meaning the market is going down. So let's take a look. Let's look at SPX. And I'm looking at the weekly chart here just to give a more of a broader perspective of what's going on. We see right here that the market has gapped down this morning and it has actually surpassed this previous level of support. It's a lot of support in this area. Now, support and resistance. Let me break it down in layman's terms, right? And let's just talk about support. What does support mean? Well, what happens at a support level? What tends to happen at a support level is buyers step in. That's what support really means. That's when buyers step in. So be mindful of that. If you are in puts, if you've been running puts, I know that our trading group, we went in on quite a few stocks over or Friday, actually Thursday, and they've been performing pretty well, But we've reached a level of support, and what tends to happen when in support is that's when buyers tend to step in. So be mindful of that. If you've been in those puts, great. You're waking up to a lot of fresh money and everything like that. So hopefully you all took advantage of those trades that I put in our chat um, on Friday. So now let's look at a few other uh, indices. This is the NASDAQ. They've broken the support level as well. Okay. Um, let's look at the Dow. The Dow hasn't quite broken the support level, but as you can see, it looks like it's well on its way to doing so. It's the only major index that has not broken the support level. Let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, remember I told you all that, let's look at the daily on Bitcoin real quick. I told you all that Bitcoin has been in this little tight box for a month. And I told you that whenever it does break out, it's going to break out and give us a big move in that direction. I was hoping that it could break to the upside. However, it chose its direction. I'm not going to fight with the market, and I'm going to go with the trend. I'm going to go where the money is. So once we've seen this movement and then the anticipation of how it had been straddling this trend line that I had on here, it kind of been in this little box and whatnot, and finally it broke out. If you keep hitting these trend lines, eventually it's going to break. So, and it did. It chose its side. It broke to the downside. So, but again, it's hidden. It's broken through the support levels. But just as the market goes up, it doesn't always. Just as it goes down, it doesn't always stay down. It's hit major support levels. So be mindful of that at the open. How it's looking right now, will this thing reverse? Will it turn around in the other direction? And here's what I want to say. When the market comes in a certain way, if you're in these plays, if you're like, just say, for instance, if your inputs already, uh, congratulations, you're doing well. But that doesn't necessarily mean that there's going to be a follow through for the rest of the next day, this day too. What I'm saying is, be careful with your entries if you're trying to jump into puts. Be careful because, again, we've hit support levels, and what happens during support? That's when buyers step in. So be mindful of that. Again, this is not investment advice at all. This is just me, you know, uh, talking to my YouTube family and just giving you my perspective of the markets. So let's look at a few tickers that we dealt with last week, and based off of what we were seeing with uh, Bitcoin. Coinbase has been in this little box as well for the same amount of time, and waiting on it to make its move. It has shown us what it's going to do. Excuse me. We went in on puts on this on Thursday, been doing pretty well. Um, and today we see that it has gapped down $10 near a support level. So if you were able to get into this play on Friday, then congratulations. You're looking pretty good. That $10 drop uh, is going to be really nice at the open. But be mindful of where you are in the charts. That you are hitting these support levels. So be mindful of that. Also, we went in on Salesforce, CRM. Everything is gap down that I've checked. Most of the ETFs that I checked, everything is down. Travel's down. Airlines, of course, is down. Semiconductors are down. Everything is down across the board. Everything has reached to support levels. So be mindful of that. Um, Another one, Dollar Tree. I haven't even looked at Dollar Tree this morning. It gapped down a little bit. We're still waiting on it to break out of this box. It looks like it's ready. I'm in this play actually, so um, I'll be monitoring that a little bit more as soon as I finish this video. Um, but I really don't have a whole lot to say today, other than congratulations to those who took those plays. Um, and been paying attention to what I've been saying, and hopefully you've been able to make some money um, off of those plays. And so today I'll be watching the markets and seeing what's going on. As it stands right now, let's look at SPY real quick. Um, let's look at SPY real quick. We see SPY has gapped down right here it's actually taking out this low in a pre-market. Let's look at a smaller time frame, a 15-minute chart real quick, and give some perspective. And it's really basically just consolidating in this little box right now. It's really not playing its hand and telling us what's going to happen right now. Let's pay attention to the open. I've been stressing for the last couple weeks that you ought to pay attention to the very first candle in the 15-minute chart. Let's look at that. What happened Friday? After gapping down Friday, when I saw this first candle right here, this is a pretty weak candle. It has no direction. It doesn't have any body to it. No, meaning it's not, the candle has no body. It's really just a long wick, a long bottom and tail, and a little short wick at the top. That told me right then and there that the market would pretty much be a sideways day. Um, Again, back here on Thursday, we got a nice pullback That was signaling to me that there's a chance that we're going to continue to plunge, and it did that. So be mindful of what's going on in this. If you see something, if you see a very powerful candle coming out, very bearish and whatnot, just pay attention. Be patient. That doesn't mean that you have to jump in right at the open. Let the market settle. Let the market choose its direction. Let it show you and confirm to you the direction it's going to before you enter any trades. That's just my suggest. That's what I'm going to do, right? So uh, anyway, if anybody has any tickers or anything like that, you could always submit them to me, and I'll get do an analysis on those as well. But as it stands, the market is plunging right now, um, and that's not a time. The sky's not falling, y'all. You know, the sky's not falling. No need to panic. Just don't get caught up in this whole thing like the stock market is crashing and all this stuff like this. The market just is, right? It doesn't care about our feelings. It doesn't care about our emotions. It doesn't care what you think. You know, it just is. Let's follow what the market is doing. Let's be patient. Let it choose its direction, confirm its direction, and then get in and get some money. So I'm not giving any tickers right now. I've given out a few. Um, we've looked at CRM already this morning. We've looked at Dollar Tree, and we looked at Coinbase. But all of these stocks are at support levels. So be mindful of that. Happy trading to you all. Hopefully you all have been profitable. And let's get to it this week. Peace and love.